targets. You guys make up the killing power. These melee DPS keep you alive long enough for you to do that and prevent the line from collapsing. Melee DPS, you can never give ground unless you are ordered to do so. You are a stalwart bastion who cannot move. If you fall back, the rest of the people behind you have to fall back. You collapse the line. You cannot do that.
If anything, your
Guys,
main
who the hell
objective is to
engaging?
gain ground
Don't engage.
for your
Just
backliners.
go stand off to the
I
side.
want you to pretend you're a giant-ass wedge pushing into their forces. As you push into their front
User
lines,
disconnected
they will
from your
panic
channel.
and break, exposing the juicy center that is their ranged DPS and their healers. That is what we want to kill.
Right. So essentially what happens here, gentlemen, is when the blue pushes through, you're going to be right in the middle of this, nice green area. That's when you drop your AoE fears, your rings of pieces, this is the critical moment. Scattering the killing potential of the raid, the ranged DPS, getting them, because they don't want to fight the melee. You there, mage, you want 5 warriors on you? Fuck no, you don't want 5 warriors on you.
This is also a great opportunity, rogues. Step past the green juicy center,
Right.
in between purple and green, and throw down your smoke
Rogues,
bombs.
ferals, monks, because you can roll. And because you have Ring of Peace. Your objective is not green. Your objective is purple. Purple heals the raid. Smoke bombs, cyclones, any stuns, blinds, fears, AoEs.
Solar beams are a great method for that.
You shut down purple. You have to shut down the healer line. You are a rogue. You are not a warrior. I do not expect you to be sitting in front. Here's a hint. When these blues clash with their blues, and these greens start
User
nuking
entered
their
your
blues
channel.
and then
Joined
their
your channel.
greens, it's a lot of background damage. As a rogue, let me tell you, I don't have that much HP, and I don't have that much survivability. But I know where AoE is not going to be. It's going to be where the healers are standing. Because if there's one thing you can count on, the healers are going to be someplace where they're not in immediate danger of dying, which means they're not going to be getting AoE'd. Which means you can safely sit back there and just slap that tree until he doesn't want to heal anymore. That is your job as a medium armor DPS. Plate DPS, do you understand the concept of being a stalwart bastion of immovable might? Good. I'm glad you do. But Linus, straighten up, bitch. Good. Does everyone understand now?
I'm losing numbers left and right.
Really? What the fuck are they going off to
I
do?
don't know, I'm down to 34.
We have.
We're going to talk about that
29.
here in a second. That's not... I don't know where...
I had one guy tell me he had a family emergency. That is the only person who spoke to me personally about leaving. Everyone else is just done with it and bailed.
Guys, this is a world-class World PvP organization. I've killed games, servers, and guilds innumerable numbers of times.
You were to hold on the point that I told you to hold on.
I don't
None of this running around
have
shenanigans.
time for World of Warcraft ADD. If you don't want to be in this organization,
Ryan Gosling,
then
dismount and hold on the
leave.
point I told you to hold on. You're not in this guild. That's fine. If your other characters are, I'm holding you to the same standard.
Like, guys, we didn't get where we're at because we tolerate stuff like this. This is a PvP drill for your benefit. You all need to be more aware of how these things work. It's not as simple as it seems. It really isn't. Just because World of Warcraft children don't understand how to fight us doesn't mean that I don't want you sitting there playing at the very best level you can play at.
And you're likely to be going up against a similar engagement within the next hour and a half. So please.
AFK'd out next to me. He was sitting here watching, and
It's fine. If they're dropping because they're accidentally AFKing, that is one thing. We'll have to be aware of that. I understand that.
I know
Oh, that's right.
got kicked out.
Yeah,
My members that were initially told to stand back from the fight move back into position with the group now that we're down members.
Okay.
All right. So now we have the most basic ABC formation: plate, ranged, healer.
Real
You
quick,
have a
guys. Can we
User
get-
joined your channel.
No, go ahead, Les. Sorry.
Now that you have a very ABC understanding of plate DPS, ranged DPS, healers down,
User in your channel
we're
stopped
going to put that
recording.
to practice, alright? You're going to try again with these new formations and really paying attention to your target colors. Guys, this is the simplest formation. This is our bread and butter, what we go to. Alright, everyone stay in your formations, but get a little bit tighter, so you don't have to stay on the colored circles now, but you get generally where you need to be standing. Khaleesi, get your army together. Ares, get your army together. And separate yourselves into your two channels again. And
My
let's do
group,
this again.
Raid Group 1, head back down to PvP Channel 1.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Alright, this time
User
around,
joined
guys,
your
we
channel.
really got to focus on getting
User
down the
joined your
targets that
channel.
I call to get down. That means blowing everything on that
User
particular
joined your
target.
channel.
You're to fulfill
User
your main
joined your
role as far as
channel.
AoEs go, but when I call a healer,
User joined your
range DPS
channel.
particularly, you've got to lay into them.
I'm here now. Things are gonna die, and bubbles are gonna be popped, so don't worry about that.
Rings will be pieced.
Do you guys
Good
mind if I make a quick suggestion?
Sure, that's
Uh,
time.
Should we? Thinking we shouldn't go with Flash Shock. We should go on a different healer straight away.
We
'cause
are.
he's
We're not
going
going to go Flash Shock. Flash Shock's going to be their primary defensive target. I'm going to go for the healers I've never heard of before.
Okay.
Can I say another thing?
Sure.
Everybody with battle pets out, get them the fuck away, because when you stealth, battle pets follow you.
User joined your
Ready to go?
channel.
What are you
Ready.
down to?
I'm down to, what is this, 34?
You're down to 34.
Yeah, 34.
We're down to 26 over here. Can I get some people to stand?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I
back.
need some volunteers. No healers leave this
The
time.
Fiend.
Plutus is going.
Alright, we're gonna stand... Why shouldn't... Oh, fuck it. She's standing on my hill now. Alright, we're gonna
Jesus
stand
Christ.
over here. Oh, you see where Norian is? I just pulled
Les.
out guards.
Fuck me, Les. Dear group.
Just come to the flag if you're for me right now. So you have 34 Aries?
Yeah.
So I need 4 of your guys.
You've got 2 right now. That's 3.
User left your channel.
Alright, that's 4. Alright.
Give me 2 more. Give me
I'll
2
go.
more, 'cause
My
they're down to
computer's kind of
26.
freezing.
They're down
Alright.
to 26. It's fine. And that's
Wait,
good.
no, you're
Alright.
a healer. You're...
He can't play.
Alright, fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's...
He legit.
That's fine.
Alright,
Alright,
everyone
come
else
here.
stay in a
If
position.
you stepped out of the raid, come with me. Come over here. We're gonna watch it from way over here.
Rogues, be ready with mass stealth. This time,
Rogue
we're
is
going
gone.
to... Oh, shit. No, stay with us, Rogue.
No, I'm back.
You're going to mass stealth us. We're not going to unstealth until we're straight up inside their raid group. We're going to pop up inside their group. And then
Right.
we're going to blow all of our offensive CDs.
I'm going up into their channel and then starting the countdown.
Okay.
I'm taking a screenshot of this
User
stuff
left
with
your
Les
channel.
standing on top of it looking triumphant.
It's going to be very important that you stay on star when we mass stealth, because we're not going to go straight at them. They're going to be expecting that. We're going to go around to the side where we have the stealth, and then hit them from the flank and cut into them.
Battle pets away. Legit. Not joking. Or it's gonna give away this whole strategy.
Hunter pets and mage pets, that's all fine. But if you have a little fucking cat or something, now's the time to ditch
Put it away. Seriously.
You're all to be dismounted for this as well.
Countdown's
Countdown's
going
going
off.
off.
3.
Get ready. On star, on star. Remember your formations. Dismount.
Go.
Here we go. Do not mass stealth
User
until I
joined
call.
your channel.
We're moving. Mass stealth now.
User
Follow star,
joined your
follow star,
channel.
follow star.
Stragglers, what are you doing?
Berserker range.
Hit them,
You just
into
got
their back
picked
lines,
off.
into their back lines. On me, on me, on me. Hit, kill their back lines. Despin, Despin is your target. My current target, it hits like girl, hits like girl. Bring her down. Hits like girl, bring her down. Hits like girl is down. Elementals, Elementals is your current target.
There is monks recasting from a back.
Rings of Pieces, monks. Rings of Pieces. Furious
Somebody
Monk
should
is new
lock-
target. Furious Monk is your current target.
Somebody locked. Good job. He's locked down.
Flash Shock. Flash Shock. Kill Flash Shock.
Kill Khaleesi. Fuck him up now.
Mendar. Mendar's another healer. Kill Mendar. Mendar's your current target. Bring him down, guys. You're doing great. We're winning this.
Here, you
Mendar.
have ring.
Push in more guys.
Those rings are devastating to enemy raids.
Put them on your warriors.
All their healers are down. Elementals is back up. Elementals onked. Get on Elementals.
We supposed to be coming back from res?
Watch.
No,
no, no,
They're
no.
hard too.
They're good. They're done. They're wiped. Good job.
His dash
Clean
is
up. Back on star.
User
Back
left
on
your
star.
channel.
Great job, guys. Get back on star.
Deterrence.
D Phoenix.
turns down.
Great job, guys. When I called targets, they dropped. It is exactly what I wanted to see. That was perfect.
Good job, guys. Seriously. There's just
And
a
you see how
pile of
effective it
bones.
is
You're
when you
gonna
stealth
join the
into
channel.
them?
Up when you're
Alright.
done.
Everyone up.
I'm looting all these bodies.
User left your channel. User left your channel.
Channel
Error.
switched.
User joined
Alright,
your channel.
once
User
again,
joined your channel.
Same thing
User
we did
joined your
last time.
channel.
As soon as everyone's in here, Aries, go over what
User
you saw.
joined your channel.
Khaleesi, go over
User
what
joined
you
your
saw.
channel.
Got that.
User joined your channel.
My raid group.
User joined your channel.
You guys performed excellently.
User joined your
When I called a
channel.
target, it was so much better this time around. When I
User
called a
joined your
target, they
channel.
dropped.
User joined your channel.
People focused on them, and they just fell over. The whole stealth maneuver went perfectly. We were able to skip their
User joined your
frontliners,
channel.
cut in straight to that juicy
User
center,
joined
and we
your
brought them
channel.
down quickly and effectively. You guys performed great this time around. I'm very proud. Khaleesi's group, the only thing I really noticed is when we popped into the middle of your raid group, you guys showed fear. You scattered a little bit. Your raid group didn't really hold like a cohesive ball. We were able to get inside your formations and break you guys up. You cannot be afraid. You have
User
to be able
joined
to,
your channel.
I don't
fighting
think
for the
it's
people
not.
next
It
to
has
you.
nothing to do with fear. It had to do with organization, and in this case, there was no organization. There was no effort. There were 0 stuns, 0 fears, silences, no CCs. Well, practically no CCs, anyways. And when we called for a shred of stealth, it was not done. I don't know what happened there. Targets. It was very. I don't know what happened. Nobody
joined
was
your
getting on the
channel.
proper target. You guys weren't melting them down quick enough.
And we didn't stay on Skull long enough.
Alright, so here's what I saw, guys. Aries, good control over your resources. Which, just for the sake of the conversation, raid leaders, when I say resources, I'm talking about, like, your access to Ring of Peace, your access to Solar Beam, your access to, that sort of thing.
You were calling out for them and they were going out. Like,
Right, you're calling for them, they're coming out. Khaleesi, good idea on the Shroud. It didn't come out. Let's talk about that. So, okay. You're a rogue in Khaleesi's raid, which I think I may be the only one. I don't know, there may be another one.
What I specifically did is I picked out my rogue beforehand, had him acknowledge me asking for this, and then he was able to do it.
That's good forethought on your part. I'm really not satisfied with that. Khaleesi asked for a Cloak of Shadows. Either, if you don't have it on your bar for World PvP, I want it on your bar now as a rogue. It is a valuable tool. It's a surprise tool, as you saw there. It lets you get into the green squishy bit very early on in the game, and you guys can come back to midfield where you guys put up the banners last time, if you would please. So I'm not like talking to myself over here.
My raid group hold here. You're to hold here at this graveyard. I'm gonna be moving off.
Guys,
Stay
you do not pass Skull. Back up.
Okay, so next thing I noticed. You're right, Khaleesi. Your group did not. Possibly because I didn't explain it, or maybe because they didn't realize it. But let's talk. Khaleesi's plated DPS. Raid Group 2 plated DPS. You ran in there and you engaged the target. But did you really pay attention to what you were engaging? Ares did not come in directly ahead of you. He came in from the side. What you ended up running into was his flank, or rather, air, essentially. You didn't charge into anything. You need to be able to adjust on the fly. You are the spearhead of these raid groups. You need to be able to be like, oh, they're coming in from our side. If you snake turn into their force, the rest of the group adjusts with you. Now, normally me or Archaeos or Ares or a plated DPS is leading the raid group, and we'll make that call with you. But as an individual player, you need to be, like I said, you need to be aware of the ever-changing situation. In that case,
User disconnected from
you
your
should
channel.
have moved into their push and adjusted your flank to eat it. It can be done very quickly and very easily and would have saved your lives, honestly. Range DPS in Khaleesi's raid group, just as brave as the melee DPS are, you can't give ground. If you give ground to the healers, and you're going to lose your healers. He tore the healers apart in seconds. As soon as the range DPS were like, fuck that shit, I'm out. If you're worried about staying alive, if you're really just concerned, like, I just don't know, they're pushing in, they've made it past the melee DPS, stop damaging, think about survival. Go into a more defensive posture and start throwing out CCs on the immediate threats. AoE CCs, counter rings, counter Ring of Frost, you know, AoE fears. Essentially, if they're pushing into their flank and you disrupt their push before they can lock you down with their CC, now you've given yourself the momentum and taken it away from them. They're at the disadvantage now, and you can capitalize on that weakness and push in and kill off their healers and their ranged DPS. Again, guys, it really isn't as simple as it looks. In a second, as you saw, the battle can change from winning to losing.
User joined your channel.
Sergeants, Ares and Khaleesi, please take over for a moment.
Copy.
Khaleesi, is there anything you wanted to address in your raid group?
User left your channel.
Excuse me?
Is there anything you wanted to address for either raid group that you noticed?
No, I pretty much said what needed to be done. I'm just wondering, are we going to do
User
another one?
joined your channel.
Yeah, we have time for one more.
You have about 45 minutes until the planned event for the Alliance is
We'll
scheduled.
do one more thing.
Copy that.
Just because I really want to drive a particular point home. Ares, this time I want you do a simple basic formation again. Come in head on.
No
But,
stealth tricks?
No stealth tricks, and God damn these guards.
Yes.
He just keeps walking into him.
Don't attack Lazarus.
You are to stay in formation.
Shut up!
User disconnected
Oh
from
my,
your channel.
gentlemen. Oh my. Calm your couch. Calm yourselves.
Calm your couch.
Dude, see
Calm your
butthurt.
couch.
My troops,
Anyway.
you are to, unless you have been specifically called to stay with Lazarus, you are to stay
Alright, we're
in
gonna try
formation.
some. Khaleesi,
Dismounted.
can you move yourself to where you just engaged Ares the last time? Move your
Yes.
regroup. And prepare. Alright. So, you're not going to separate yourselves this time. I really want to drive a particular point home. I want Ares, I want your raid group to push into
User
her raid
disconnected
group
from
head
your
on
channel.
in the ABC basic formation, you know, melee spearhead. And
Raid
Khaleesi,
group,
I want
line
you
up
to
on star.
focus on just holding that position and dispersing that charge. Dispersing their force running into yours as best as you can. Ares' force, don't pop any CCs, really just very basic, you know, calling your targets obviously, but you know, try not to mass CC. I'm really focusing on just dispersing your charge.
Fair enough. We're gonna
Oh no, you're
we're gonna
way
be
too close.
right on top of them. All right.
Way too close, Khaleesi. Right over here.
I know, I'm backing up.
Oh, right over here. Do you see where your markers
Yeah.
are? I want
What are
you
your
to engage from
It's like driving like a tractor trailer with a boat hanging behind it, isn't it?
Actually, you know what? I'm even going to back up a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's see, what are your numbers in your group?
They got 27. If you could.
It's fine. We won't be popping much of anything.
You know,
We've
it's-
already
that-
pulled off
that's-
several of ours.
It's fine. Yeah, just I want to just drive a point home. So you're not going to separate channels this time. You don't really need to do anything. In fact, don't even worry about killing them, Ares. Just if you can get to their back lines, you can call it at that. So
Okay.
again, the
All right,
only two
Mary
people who
group.
should be talking
I'm just
are
going to be
Khaleesi and Ares.
clicking on my targets. When you see me clicking on a target, I should be your focus. When you see me clicking on a target, that is your target.
I think I need to respawn.
Just stop hanging out by the damn graveyard thing, dude.
Laz, really? You love that alliance
Laz,
flag, don't you?
All right.
This time around, I don't want to see any big CDs.
This
I
is
don't
a
want to
good-
see global fears. I don't want to see rings of pieces. This is just an exercise of movement and discipline for us.
This is a good exercise, Ares' raid group. I want to see you guys focusing your targets without communication. There will be times when you need to use your tools and not just your ears. So situational awareness too. So no major CCs for you guys, and only focusing Ares' targets. You guys look like you're ready to go. So, Khaleesi, you're in position. Again, you need to stop this charge. I need you to stop the charge as
Copy.
best as you can, and then kill his raid group off.
Do
Go
that
ahead and find who that is.
He keeps joining and leaving. His name is Grockinator or some
Okay,
bullshit.
I'll go ahead and look at that. Khaleesi, you ready?
Yep.
Dismount
Mary,
yourself into formation.
Rockinator.
Follow star. You're going to be attacking my targets. Unless I have a target, you're just do basic
Khaleesi,
AoE.
as soon
no
as you're
heavy
in formation,
CCs.
plate DPS in front, ranged in the middle, healers in the back, Ares same formation.
Yep.
All
So
right.
guys, you know the drill.
Dismount
You're to be
everyone.
dismounted for this. You're not to be
Dismount,
mounted.
guys.
Since this is just a training exercise, everybody can go.
Guys,
this time.
dismount. If you are in group 2, dismount now.
Everybody in Khaleesi's group only listen to Khaleesi, not Ares.
Ares' group won't be talking, so you don't have much to worry about.
Raid group,
Group
1,
2, get in
forward
formation,
march.
but stick together.
Follow
It's
star.
starting. All right, Khaleesi, get ready.
Be vocal.
Be vocal, Khaleesi's raid group. You guys are allowed to talk. Ares' raid group is not. I just want them in here to see
ready,
how
guys.
this happens.
We're holding our ground.
Here
You
they
guys
come.
are going to be the target.
Get roots.
Go.
Roots.
You're holding them still. You want to disperse them now.
Cut through them.
Push in. We need to clear up these melee on our DPS and our healers.
I want to see some CCs.
Rando's down.
Alright,
You
clear
should
up.
be standing with star. Keep pushing in.
I want to see fears, guys. Come on.
Plated melee DPS, you control the front line. Where you stand is the front line.
Get on nugs.
Guys, stop pushing so hard. Relax. Ares' group.
No, my men, you are to push forward. You are not to give any ground, just no CDs. It is their job to break us.
Please
Push
do
forward.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. It's done.
My
The
troops,
raid.
break.
So-
Fall back now.
Okay. So, since no one's left the channel at this point, go ahead and pick yourselves back up. And I'm getting hit.
I'd like to say, my raid group, I'm so proud of you guys.
All right, let's really analyze what happened here. That was a good halt in the beginning. You held him where you needed to hold him, but you lost the momentum when you didn't follow that up immediately. Casters and range DPS, you have the CC, you have the coordination, and you have the defense of the front-plated melee line. You need to capitalize on a weakness like that, and if you don't, for just 1 second like that, against an organized opponent, you will die. You have to pay attention. You have to see what's going on in the battle. Alright, and then let's take a look at healers for Khaleesi's raid group. I think you guys did a very good job. I felt like once their melee got on you, you did what I expected you to do. You peeled for each other. I did see that. That's good. I do appreciate that. We all appreciate that.
As people are saying, there were 7 warriors blade storming.
Yes, 7 warriors blade storming is something.
Yeah,
But
you can't
warriors
really
are warriors are a popular class right now, guys. And
You're gonna have to deal with that.
that's going to happen. We're going to use that same technique tonight, in fact. So, you're going to need to be prepared for something like that. Healers, that really is more on you. If you've got a major defensive cooldown, guys, like Shield Wall, Unending Resolve, Ice Block, look, if that's a 7 Warrior Blade Storm coming in for you, you pop that major defensive cooldown. You hit it. The healers can keep you alive, but they can't do your entire job for you. Don't be afraid to pop major defensives in World PvP. Many times in Guild Wars 2, we had people who sat there and like, I didn't pop my elite ability, which was essentially their major defensive or major offensive cooldown, because it didn't
Discipline,
feel
guys.
like they
When we're
needed
standing
it.
in formation, just stand in formation.
They didn't feel like they needed it because there were so many people there that it covered their individual failures. This exercise tonight, guys, should drive the point home to you. When you're fighting a force who outnumbers you, and God forbid that force is organized and knows what they're doing, it's a very good chance you're going to die if you're not playing as well as you need to be playing. Don't be a lazy World PvPer. Be proactive. Look at the situation. Keep up with what your leader is doing, and react appropriately. Let's talk about something else, too.
I'd like to really quick point out, that's a perfect example, my raid group, of what a fearless, organized group. We literally didn't speak. We didn't speak. But because you guys did not hesitate, you guys were not afraid, you kept pushing, you stayed on me against an organized group that was fighting back, trying to stop you. Both raid groups, I want you to make note of this. That is what a dedicated, cohesive force can do. And that didn't even take communication. That is what we need to instill in our members. That is what I want you all to strive for. I know this is a training exercise. I was so proud of what you guys just did right there. You acted without me calling anything. All I did was I clicked on a target, that target went down. That is the type of dedication and commitment we need to see from our members.
Khaleesi's raid group. Let's take another look here at one more thing. Plated melee DPS. Good job holding the line. You did exactly what you needed to do. Now, Flash Shock called. There's melee in our healer line. We haven't had a chance to talk about that yet, so let's talk about it now. What do you do? Whose job is it to clear melee DPS out of that line? There's two things you can do, or three things you can do, I should say. Rogues. If you can't engage, and many a times medium armor DPS, you're not going to be able to engage through the front line. World PvP is full of background AoE damage, and it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you, and it can kill you. So, what do you do instead? Do what I do. Guard your healers. A rogue who sits on our friendly healer is a counter to any other melee who tries to come in there and fuck with that healer. And as you can see, once your healers are staying alive long enough, the ranged DPS tend to clean up everything pretty quickly once you get the momentum going on that. So, if you're worried you can't engage with the melee or you can't get to their healer line without dying, don't be afraid to stay on our friendly healers. People are going to push to their back line. There is no collision in this game. We can't perfectly protect the healers. Be proactive, defend your healers. Ranged DPS. You have a flexible position. You have an important role. You must lay down AoE fire. You must single target the focus targets. But don't be afraid to drop single target fierce CC scatter traps into your healer line to pick them off of your healers. Those healers are keeping you alive. And you're going to need to help them at some point. Again, be proactive. Range DPS, the damage of the battle is really dictated by where you are putting focus. I, as a commander, would prefer you put focus on keeping us alive before damage. So if we have a lot of melee in our line, I should be aware of that. If I tell you ignore the melee, then you focus on damage. If I don't, go ahead, throw some CCs out there. Help some of the rogues in the back peel them off. As a final note, since we are talking about medium armor DPS, you guys have a flexible position. We use this strategy to great effect in Warhammer, and I'd like to bring it back. You guys do a lot of damage. You also have a lot of mobility. Your position on the battlefield is very flexible. I don't necessarily have a problem with you rogues. Like, if we'll say the primary target is Flash Shock. If you as a rogue want to flash step to Mindar and just CC him while everyone else focuses and kills Flash Shock, that's fine, because then Mindar can't help his friend. That's how this works. That is what your job is as a rogue. It's disruption and fear. It is 8:30.
You literally have a spec called Initiative. Don't necessarily take it because it's a bad talent, but keep that in mind. Like, take it upon yourselves to do things like that. That's actually, like, if you could, when the main group is focusing like that, if you could break off and just do something that can disable 2 or 3 people or one really important person, that is really important for the group.
Alright. I think it's 8:30. We have 30 minutes until the supposed attack. You are
We
not
should probably...
You are not dismissed. You are not to leave these raid groups. But, well, break down the raid groups now.
We need to figure out when and what they're doing. Can we send some people over to start providing?
I'm gonna go to Undercity right now.
20 minutes, and there was nothing being said over there.
Well, what is who's leading it? Is it a Furious
Okay,
Phil?
Ark.
If it's Furious Phil, he's sitting in queue for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ark. I did talk to both Furious and Illicit, and they both said that it's still happening.
Alright.
That'll actually give us more time. We need people if they're coming. I heard rumors of 5 raid groups. I don't know if that's true, but we need time to build
Well,
up
they
people.
have been recruiting all week, and he has been able to pull 3 raid groups out of his ass in the past.
We're going to break these raid groups down, get out of this battleground, and start forming up in Orgrimmar for the defense against this large assault. So, you all have probably about 20 minutes to take a breather.
Good job, everybody.
Digest what we taught tonight. sergeants, officers, ranked members, don't go anywhere. As soon as we break these raid groups down and get everyone, sort of relaxed until the next engagement, we need to talk.
Real quick, do we know what their objectives are so we can start planning?
King kills.
So we're disbanding these raid groups for the moment,
Yes,
Lazarus?
you are disbanding
Are they
these raid
going
groups.
for actual king kills, or are they just going for, like, marauding around the city?
Go ahead and leave
Alright,
these
members,
battlegrounds.
take about a 20-minute breather. Don't be gone for long. Don't AFK out. There is a long queue.
Kill this
We will
turkey.
need you tonight.
So, what do we have online in terms of our own forces? We have
2 raid
127.
groups, basically.
How dare you, Cyclone?
We have 2
I
raid
love
groups
Lamp.
ripe from training, so we have about 4 effective raid groups. If we can pad
So
that,
we can deal with up to probably 3 of their raid groups. on the
yes.
defense, but
Oh,
we
with
could
what
probably
we
use
just did
more.
with these guys and what I just saw for the past couple skirmishes, we could comfortably deal with twice our numbers.
Once again, everyone, you are dismissed to take a break. May I simply say, everyone, Khaleesi's and Ares' raid groups, and Khaleesi and Ares, excellent job.
Seriously.
You all did very well. We're doing this again next week,
And
same
thank
time.
you for showing a degree of. I know it's difficult to act as basically mannequins and get beat up on in a training event, but that's how it is. Obviously, it's a necessary training event.
They won
Right.
the first engagement.
And be sure to tune
They
in next
crushed
week,
the first
guys,
engagement, actually.
because we're going to be changing up the leadership for actually running the raids on a weekly basis, because this is also going to be a training exercise for our newer PvP leaders. So the senior members may be sitting in the back observing and giving comments, but come on a weekly basis. This is going to be really fun. Probably, we haven't exactly hammered down the day yet. It's looking like it's just going to be every Saturday, but that's still tentative. So it's going to
Tuesday's
be
guild
fun and
meeting.
new every week.
I haven't really talked with them about it yet, about what our topics are going
Can
to
we
be
set up
next
war
week.
games with like alliance guilds so that it's more focusing? Yeah, because we probably could get Fury Army and the rest of those guys to.
We can, but I'd like to keep this a weekly thing. That way we can have particularly train our guys against our own guys, and we could build our own tactics. And keep that in mind, PvP sergeants and lieutenants. I want you guys sitting down and thinking about clever tactics. If you have a raid group of your own against an equal number, really this is a great opportunity to shine, to show your own mettle. I want you to think up your tactics and strategies, how you can effectively use your members to crush the opposition.
Again, also, guys, I really want to drive the point home that if you like what you saw here tonight, and you think you want to be a leader, now is the time to voice that opinion. I am looking for PvP sergeants. I am looking for people who want to know more than just the basic training I'm giving you here, who want to know the in-depth strategies and tactics and why we apply them and when we apply them. I'm willing to teach at this point. That's very rare.
I need help, Les.
I'd like to listen to that.
Yeah.
Same.
I'd like to listen
If
to
everybody could report this guy shouting in Orgrimmar for language.
If you are interested in becoming a PvP sergeant, go ahead and write me a formal in-game letter to Anurien, Anurien, and I will get with you as soon as I am able. It will probably not be tonight, but I will make sure I get with you before Tuesday.
For those of you curious, that is the Director Anurian in Guild. If you're in Ruin Gaming, just filter by rank, and it's Director. It's up towards the top.
I put in guild chat for you.
I think we should have a debrief with the Sergeants, Lieutenants,
We
Officers,
should.
Lazarus.
Everyone else, good job. Thank you for coming out. Everyone is a winner here because everyone should be a better player after that.
Remember,
That was
guys, it's
as
all fun and
Candy
games for the
Striper as I'm
competition,
going to get with you lot.
but we really are on the same team, and we all improved. I'm really proud of all of you guys. That went so well.
I'm really proud of Khaleesi's raid group butt crushing you the first round.
They destroyed us the first round. That was fucking bad. My guys that round were just not. They weren't hitting the targets I called. They really improved though, which that's
All right.
exactly what I was
Let's
looking
go down
for.
to the
is improvement.
conference room. Ark, I'll move you.
If you need me, you can pull me down.
CEO's officer conference. Okay.
I can't move, Laz. You gotta drag me.
It says
Yeah, I need to
Can
be
you all
dragged
do
as
me a
well.
favor and just move your, if you're an officer, move yourself as close as humanly possible?
I think conference room is for officer and above.
It is.
It get changed because it wasn't like that before.
Groups. I actually saw progressive improvement.
I would have the last time and locked down like 3 of the healers.
just did.
Jeez, how do you take that out?
Would it be wrong of us to help the Alliance to form their raid groups so that we have more targets to annihilate?
Let's get ours waiting and then we'll try.
Yeah.
Alright, so when we have a moment, can someone walk me through turning off the damn voices of users joined your channel and all that shenanigans?
Yes.
Self, sound check, and deactivate.
Yes, hold on, I will tell you. Yes, I will give you an exact count on their numbers. Give me 1 second.
I can start a group. Flash off. I don't mind.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm already here. We're gonna try. Let's try and make quicker work of this then, gentlemen. Does anyone have? I like the idea again. Morphine, I think the most important part is really just a forum post and collecting these people's thoughts together and getting them to make a section of that forum post.
Yep. Getting people to look at the forums too.
Now, beyond that, what does anyone have? We have a lot of time here, and they're ready to debate, so don't feel like you're rushed.
Flash Shock, get ready to start the second raid group.
Slick, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Okay, Laz. The only group that I can see currently has 38 people. I don't know if there is a second group.